Hello, loose end tubers, as the screen suggests, and welcome back to Let's Play Shadowrun Return. In the last episode, we caught the Emerald City Ripper and shot him dead. We also killed some of his creations and freed some of his captives. And as far as we can tell, things are mostly wrapped up. There seems to be some sort of dark spirit perhaps involved. And there might be some sort of Frankenstein monster created roaming the streets, maybe. Female, some sort, that he perhaps has built using all the various body parts he's stolen from people. We're not exactly sure what's going on, but, we did a good job last episode. So, the ride back to the Seamstresses Union is quiet compared to the pandemonium left behind at the Mercy Mental Hospital. Lone Star Squad cars passed you on the road, sirens blaring, no doubt in response to the aftermath of your Shadowrun with the late Dr. Henry Holmes. I sure hope we covered our trail again. The Emerald City The man who violently repossessed the internal organs of Sam and Jessica's mother, Melinda Watts. And although the killer is dead, and his grip on the city is broken, it's clear he wasn't working alone. There are loose ends aching to be tied. I'm also not sure if we caught the troll. Remember there was that troll with the arm in the cyber arm in the Spirit's vision? I'm not 100% sure if that was the guy we killed or not. I didn't get a good look at him. Maybe. That, start with a P, the big monster troll. That might have been the same guy, it might not have been, I'm not 100% sure. The taxi turns onto Redmond Way, cruising past now familiar landmarks until the Seamstresses Union in all its decadent, seedy glory materializes between swipes of its overworked windshield wipers. Time to evaluate your next move. The Union is quiet this afternoon. Salarymen and wage slaves haven't migrated from nearby offices and suburbs to dabble in the exotic yet. We've got our drones. That's all we need. How are we doing for, money these days? We got 8,000 Noyan, tons of Karma Chameleon. Let's have a quick look. Wow, there's a lot of stuff I could spend this on. I think I'm going to actually go to the next Etiquette and Charisma level right now. Because we're going to be doing, I expect, a fair bit of talking to people and not a whole lot of combat. So let's get the Charisma up now, just in case that helps out. Let's pick a new Etiquette. So, let's see. At this point in our career as a Shadowrunner, we've learned a little bit about security, and we've dabbled with the gangs a tiny bit. The only thing remotely socialite was with Jessica Watts. Street stuff, yeah. I kind of think, we might want to learn a little about corporations right now, because things are getting a little bit bigger. Either academic or corporate seems to be from where we are now, we're thinking, this job we've got into is getting a little bit bigger. Maybe something's going on. There's always the chance that corporations are involved, and knowing about the megacorps seems like a valuable thing for me to know. I don't see the value in socialite or street or gang or even academic quite the same. Academic might be useful. I mean, we just knowing more about however this helps you. If this is you've got a university degree kind of thing. I don't know. We'll go with corporate anyway. And then I've got 6 karma left. I'm also going to improve my decking. This will allow me to buy the next deck, which we already have unlocked. And there's definitely been times where having higher decking allows for computer options where you can, rather than matrixy stuff where you're actually doing combat, but you can just hack a computer with higher decking. So I think this and Charisma will unlock more dialogue, and then I'll go for more drone control probably next. I'm honestly, my main character here, I don't think I need a lot of dodge or quickness or anything other than role playing perhaps, and I don't like fighting anyway, so I'll just stay in the back and my drones will do the work. They'll do the heavy lifting. And I'll be a smooth talker when we come into the Seamstresses Union. That's my plan, anyway. So, let's see what's going on. We got Johnny Clean. Johnny Clean is talking with Cherry Bomb and Mrs. Kubota when you walk up. We were just talking about you, Blue! And the Emerald City Ripper. Ironic that you tracked a serial killer to a mental hospital. I don't know if that's really ironic. Johnny Clean told us where you were going, oh my. We have been waiting for you to return. I could use my etiquettes, guys. I can't not use it. I thought you knew better than that, Johnny. You're not supposed to talk about a run before it's complete. Even then. Johnny frowns and nods. You're right. Should have kept my mouth shut. Should have known better. It's just, we have a personal stake in the Ripper murders. We each have our reasons for wanting the killer found. Sam was a regular here, and his loss has been felt, regardless of his shortcomings. The whole sprawl has been shaken by these killings as well, the randomness of them. No one knows if they will be next, or what the killer might take from them. I admit that the killings have hampered business as well. I'm sorry, but it's true. It does not help that Sam's body was found down the street from me. Even my regular customers have been loath to venture out with a killer on the loose. Now tell us, oh my, did you find the person responsible for the Ripper murderers? Not sure why my character has such a conflict here. Like, I understand there was some things a little bit shady, but the guy we killed was definitely responsible for doing the killing that he did, even if there's some sort of bigger game at play. I'm gonna go with this. Well, I don't like these options again. I'd just say, yeah, I totally got the bastard. Well, let's go with not exactly. I got the bastard who wielded the scalpel, but whoever's pulling the strings is still out there. Somebody's pulling the strings of a serial killer, I guess. I don't really know, Johnny. A bit of a jump. Sounds more complicated than I suspected. All right, well, let's see here. What are we gonna say? Oh. Did I ever figure that out? I didn't figure that out. Okay, well, I do remember hearing that they grabbed Melinda Watts. I remember reading that. I didn't realize that all of the body parts were from her. Okay, well, that's news to me. Maybe I missed something in that last run. Or just didn't read it closely enough. Oh yeah, the whole thing was a Frankenstein job. The Ripper was harvesting body parts to reassemble Sam's mother, Melinda. All the victims had transplanted organs. Her organs. And the Ripper was taking them back. The three are silent as the news sinks in. So, Sam had an organ transplanted from his mother? And then the Ripper killed Sam and all those other people just to reassemble Sam's mother? That looks like it. Honestly, I don't know at this point, but sure, that's your guess is as good as mine there, Cherry Bomb. I sense a cause and effect in this. Coyote and Jake Armitage just left here to attend Sam's funeral. I'm told that there will be a reinterment ceremony for his mother as well. Well, his sister invited me to the funeral and the reinterment when I met her here. Think his sister Jessica had something to do with it? Now, wouldn't that be a Shyamalan? She didn't like her mother, and her story was she had no contact with her. And then Sam got the liver from his mother. I don't know. Could be, Johnny. Could be. Hang on. I saw Sam's sister when she was here the other day. She was as corp as they come, but I can't imagine a lady like that behind a series of murders. There's gotta be something else going on. Just because you work at a corp doesn't mean you won't hire someone to do nefarious deeds for you. It's clear that you must go to the funeral and talk with Jessica Watts. That's where I was headed, Mrs. Kubota. Of course you were. Thank you for allowing us to catch up. Mrs. Kubota raises her hand and the conversation stops. Wait, before you go, there is one thing you did not tell us, Blue. Where is the Emerald City Ripper now? He's pretty dead. He's decomposing. She nods in satisfaction. Hi. That is good. Well, what'd you really expect? Anything else? Ah, I found this data store in the Mercy Mental. Oh my, this is unspeakable. Murder was not enough for this person? Selling patients as Ben Raku slaves? Thank you for bringing this to me. I know you are still hot on the trail of your friend Sam's killer. I will contact some runners to liberate these poor souls from the buyers in the list. Nice! We are doing a good deed. We've done much good here today. The hand of the Ripper was more of a monster than anyone could have known. Let's not push our luck. No problem. Good luck, Mrs. Kubota. I know I've said earlier that I'm in it for the money, and I am. But essentially, we just handed over a list of, like, puppet slave, mind-controlled people, and she's gonna probably end up paying to set up runs to get them liberated, and, like, I'm not gonna ask her for money when, like, you know, that's not cool. Thanks, Mrs. I don't think that's respectful. You know, I like playing the game, you know, the Shadowrun universe where, you know, you're looking out for number one and you got to make a buck. But there's definitely some honor amongst Shadowrunners, and there's sort of a code that I might not know perfectly, but hey, I picked up an etiquette in Shadowrunning. I should know how it works, right? Can't forget that. Have a quick look around, see if anything else is up. Welcome back, Blue. Good to be back, Mr. Clue. What's the latest news? Feel like I should be asking you. Word around here was you were closing in on the Ripper when you last left. Dare I ask how that went? He won't be a problem anymore. I hope that means what I think it means. And yet your shoulders are no more relaxed. You still survey the room like a man who has yet to return from war. This isn't over, is it? There have been some complications. Big guy sighed. I was hoping this would soon be all behind us. The Baron's has a short memory, but for wounds such as these, it makes an exception. To see this prolonged, I fear for how it may forever change the landscape. Gangs have already started to take advantage of the chaos left in the Ripper's wake, and that only serves to destabilize what semblance of order there was, paving the way for megacorps to make land grabs and push poor Sinless further to the fringes, where the dangers are greatest. Sooner or later, even the Union could be threatened. This is totally pointless. He's not stopping any megacorps, but good thing the Union's got you then, buddy. Good thing we've got each other. Take care, Blue. Take care, Clue. He's still my best bud. Alright, I'll have a quick stop downstairs. See if there's anything new for us. So our stash. I don't think we're going to be using this Doberman ever again, so I'm going to sell him. I wanted to make sure I knew if I liked the med drone, the Robodoc, and I definitely like the Robodoc. So we're going to be selling him, selling the Doberman and keeping the Robodoc. No weapons, just the programs and stuff. Okay. Let's talk to the Doc, the good Doc. Doc Castle looks to be better rested and in better spirits than the last time you saw her. She also clearly had a shower and a change of clothes. Maybe even some sleep. Her eyes are sharp when they turn up from her work to greet you. Welcome back, Blue. Still all in one piece, I see. More's the pity for me, but I'll still take your money. Perhaps a full physical is in order? Or we can call it a medical consultation. That's where I roughly determine the odds of your survival based on your professional activities. comes with a lollipop. So what'll it be? Mostly I want to see if she has any cyberware, but we'll ask in a second about that other stuff. I wonder if, like, the way this works is you, like, buy one, and then it unlocks the upgrade to it. So I was kind of planning on skipping the really lousy stuff, but I'm not sure. I mean, I don't think this was here when we first visited her. I think this has been added after some number of runs. But most of this stuff isn't going to help us much. So, I mean, we'll chrome up eventually, but so far none of that's terribly useful for what I need in my character. Do you have any new medical supplies? Well, I can probably sell... I don't think it matters who you sell stuff to. So I can sell the Doberman, like... You know, I don't have to sell this to the weapon guy, for instance. I can just sell it to her. I'll tell you what, I'll upgrade my med kits while I'm here. So we'll sell the basic med kits and the emergency res, and we'll buy something a little bit better. The 1,000 for the full health, that's more useful. There's only so many item slots you can carry with you, and I'll bring like 2 normal med kits. Two better med kits. I didn't even really lose a whole lot of money on that, so it's not that bad. I'll probably upgrade my drone repair kits too. So, by the way, now that I've spent some money, I'm curious how many patients you've lost over the years. Doc Castle sets down her work and fixes you with a hard look. Her expression normally falls on an axis of varying degrees of indifference, depending on her level of tiredness, but now it has shifted over to something decidedly darker. Is this morbid curiosity? I mean, that's a fair question, to be honest, but let's call it professional curiosity. And I suppose I should be equally professional and answer without judging you for asking. And I should not let it bias me the next time you fall under my knife. Just a little bit of a threat. To give you a hard number is difficult. There are many who I would have considered patients that never made it home. And so I suppose one could say they died while under my care. Though not as a result of it. But the number I think you want is the number of patients who died on my table. That number is 6. 6 who I was unable to save, spread across a 13-year career. And I remember each and every one, down to the smallest detail, including the moment where I realized I could do nothing more for them. I would argue that 4 of those 6 were beyond helping from the moment they passed through my door. The 5th died as a result of complications while installing a stolen piece of equipment, experimental cyberware, which I had cautioned against using. And the 6th? Entirely my fault. I made a mistake. I can't claim I was overtired or inexperienced or distracted. I simply made the wrong decision. The young man died. We all make mistakes. Hopefully we learn from them. Picks up her tablet and resumes her work. Yes, well, could be anything else. Honestly, that's a stellar track record. 13 years. She figures 4 people died. Basically, they brought her corpses that she tried to save but died anyway. One of them had some sort of faulty cyber gear thing that killed them. And then one of them, like one person in 13 years was her fault. I trust her. She seems pretty awesome. Alright, Algernon. Say hello. Algernon stands stock still, his eyes closed and his face composed in a mask of stern concentration. But then a small snore escapes his nose, instantly shattering the elf's carefully manicured mystique. A clearing of your throat is enough to rouse the talismonger from his meditation. Ah, Blue! I was watching you approach from the astral realm. So good of you to visit again. Sure you were, buddy. What might I do for you? So how are things in the astral? Always a curious place, the astral. Though a mirror world to our own, it is ever changing. I suppose the same can be said of our reality. The things of a transitory nature here on the physical plane can cause long-lasting changes in the astral. The barrens that we can see and touch forge the past with blood stains on the sidewalk and bullet holes in storefront walls. But the astral goes further, recording the emotions that accompany these acts of violence. These events texture astral space. I suppose this was the original question. And just how is the astral texture these days? There is a great deal of fear and distrust. In some places, it is strong enough to impact the working of magic. Enough of my doomsaying. We have better things to do. Is there any way I can help? That's kind of cool, though. The idea is, like, there's been so much anger and frustration and sadness and sorrow that actual magicians have interference with their spells now because there's been so much damage done. It's kind of a cool concept. I like it. This future, it's not only gritty to the eye with, you know, broken down walls with, you know, fixer-uppers just covered in whatever you can and, you know, dilapidated buildings and you just wear whatever you can scrounge together. The actual fabric of magic is actually exactly the same, although you can't necessarily see it, but it's all patchwork of broken memories and emotions. That's cool. I liked it. All right, what do you got? Just want to see if there's anything new. Remember, we did get hit by acid in the last battle, so 12 damage, minus 6 HP per turn. If I need to calculate like how much healing I need to do, I need to have those kind of numbers sort of in the back of my mind. Like if I take an acid hit and it leaves me with 10 HP, I better heal that person or they're gonna die. I can't just leave it to chance. But it looks like, for the most part, these are the same spells that we had last time. This one is probably how you get rid of something like that, the acid effect, or the fire effect, or the lightning effect, probably. At the very least, that should get rid of, like, broken armor and distraction and stuff. Weapons, conjuring. I don't think there's anything new here that I've seen. Just trying to zip through it quickly. Alright, looks like probably the same stuff, so we probably don't get... I mean, I'm going to assume that the rest of the stores probably didn't get an upgrade either, but we'll give it a quick look just in case. Ganger masks. I don't remember seeing these last time, the top two. You cast shock gear. It's pretty cool. Good armor, extra strength, extra HP. That's a good combo. Still got my golden boy. We've got Buster. On his workbench, Buster currently has a mil-spec shotgun, fully disassembled, and its parts neatly arranged. He lovingly massages each piece with a microfiber cloth coated in some kind of gun oil or polish. Whatever the stuff is, it leaves the pieces shining brilliantly and pungent as hell. We're not really a gun guy. I mean, we look after our robots and we make sure their guns work, but we're not a ranged combat rifle shotgun specialist ourselves, so we probably don't have the same kind of love for that as he does, but we've got some, so we can appreciate it because we like to see our robots looking good and having, you know, good equipment, good firing mechanisms, and all that kind of stuff. So we got a little bit in common. Got some catalogs just come in. If you might be interested in an order, I can get gear shipped overnight from the manufacturer. Though I won't lie to you, you'll be paying for the convenience. Otherwise, I got plenty of the usual bang-bangs waiting for a good home. Say. What's the new hotness when it comes to dealing damage, Buster? Well, there are two schools of thought in the matter. There are those who swear by the smart guns because they make their weapons more accurate, and thus more deadly. Then there are those who subscribe to the bigger boom theory, putting all their money on the biggest and baddest rounds. But, you ask me, it's all situational. That's where the real advances have come. You can pack a Panther Assault Cannon if you're a troll with a ridiculous amount of strength, but it won't do you no favors if you're fighting in a basement hallway. By the same token, a Room Sweeper might carve up your average pack of gingers up close and personal, but its range is a big limitation. That's why I like my troll. The long-range rifle, the close-range shotgun, he's awesome. Death Sigh. He knows, he understands. Military life never taught me that. It was dealing to runners like yourself that afforded me this epiphany. Gotta be ready for everything. Close range and long range does make a lot of sense. Thank you, Gruberman. It's fairly obvious, and honestly, it should have been covered in military training. But he wasn't really in the military. He was like something else, kind of, right? He's got the military look, but like he was just militia. So on that note, might I interest you in some custom mods? I actually haven't even looked at these at all yet. Let's have a look. I have no idea how that works. Can you actually buy custom mods for your stuff? Fancy grenades. Saw these last time. I think the weapons are the same. Like, I assume at some point, because like I've seen in some of the runners you can hire that they'll have like a gun that has like a smart link as well, but I don't know like how or when or where you would install mods to your guns. Like I know in the tabletop game you can actually modify your weapons quite a lot. You can install a smart link, you can add a suppressor, you can add probably firing mechanisms and custom stocks and all kinds of various stuff that I don't really know all that much about. The guns are also pretty cheap, by the way. No, just not all super cheap, but as a rule, $100 for katana is pretty cheap. But yeah, like it'd be really neat if I could buy like a Colt Cobra TZ110 and then add a smart link, and then add a custom stock, and then add a fancy trigger, and then add a something else, and you know, +1, +2 damage, more range, bigger barrels, more accuracy. I don't know. That'd be cool. Anyway, I don't think we can do that, or at least not right now. Hey there, what's up? Looking for gear. Alright, so by my estimation, I'm gonna buy the other ESPs because we've got a fair bit of money at the moment. Nothing else is unlocked. So let's buy the Exploder and the Assassin because I didn't have them yet. And I'm gonna buy the new deck and sell my old deck. It's not that much money, so it's okay. So then we unequip the old deck, and we equip the new deck. Now, it doesn't look a whole lot better, but it gets me some evasion, some more internet HP, and one extra program I can bring. Which means I should buy one more program. So let's buy... I mean, damaging the enemy's AP does seem pretty cool. Pick that up. This one, if we ever had to fight something really strong in the Matrix, this might be very valuable because you could just inflict this on them, and then every time we shot them, like you know how my ESPs only do like 25 damage per hit? This would mean like if I put this on them first, suddenly 25 plus 50, we're tripling the damage from every shot from my ESP. That could be really, really effective. And then damage over time. I guess there was no... Oh, I should definitely pick up Sniffer. Sniffer seems really good. I forgot, like, Johnny Clean had that the last time. That seemed really, really, really powerful. So I was using that to buff my guy all the time. And then Suppression, maybe there isn't a level 2 Suppression. Like, I was thinking this might be useful for reducing the alarm. I don't know how valuable that really is, but there's no upgrade for it yet, so I guess we'll skip it for now. I don't want to spend a ton of money on this stuff, but I can definitely see Sniffer being good, and I can definitely see Killjoy being good. I can definitely see Degrade being good, too. Okay, we'll stop it there. I've almost bought all the level 2 programs already anyway. So that's fine. Oh, I forgot about the, right. I was gonna buy, this I think it's... Pretty sure it's Gruber that sells the repair kits for the drones. Forgot I was gonna buy some of those. Sell the simple drone repair kits. And then we'll buy the advanced drone. I'll put like 3 of these up. And make sure that I equip them. So we've got a emergency revive, got 2 advanced med kits and 3 advanced drone repair kits. That should be enough to handle whatever we need to. Alright, and we still got a fair bit of money as far as I can tell. That should be enough. If I need to hire a full team, I should be able to handle that. So I think that's probably all we could do at the Seamstresses Union for now. Looks like we probably need to go to that funeral next. I don't expect there will be a lot of fighting there. I was kind of looking for Von Graw, but I didn't see him here. I was thinking we might have something to sell him if we're lucky, but I don't think he's in right now. So either later. I mean, we've got quite a lot of like mission items that like potentially could be sold. I don't know. I never figured out what the old diary was for, really. I think these were all parts for the shaman summoning. I thought we lost these, but for some reason they're still in our inventory. I don't need that. Like, it'd be nice to kind of clear this out. Like, I don't think we need most of these anymore. And 3 karma's probably not enough to do anything that I really want. I could get dodge, I could get willpower. I don't want those right now. Alright, so probably that's all for this episode. Yeah, we'll be going to take a cab next. Alright. Well, thanks for watching, folks. I suppose I should better make sure I make a save here. Something could happen. Oh. Can't even save it. That's weird. Whatever. It auto-saves when you change areas for the most part. So thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed. I would like to call up that lawyer now and get paid, but I'm maybe not allowed to for some reason. I don't understand it. See you guys next time. Have a great day.